So I literally just saw that this was posted. I don't know. I didn't check to see when it was posted, but I was like, let me go ahead and go live with my girls and let's talk about this. I feel like I've seen all the episodes leading up to this. Who all's in the reunion? I hope I have. So I was just like, let's go ahead and talk about it. Hopefully they play like flashbacks and stuff so we can like see who these people are. I'm just trying to make sure everything is on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all should do this beforehand, but this was kind of last minute. But shout out to everybody. I hope y'all are having a good night. I just wanted to come on here and watch this with y'all. Ooh. But before we begin, I would like for everyone to check out my website, La Vida Rosa Style, where you can find cute accessories like these earrings I'm wearing right now. Make sure y'all check that out. I make these earrings myself, and I would appreciate it if you would go to my website. So yeah, without further ado, I'm not gonna take too long to get started because it's already gonna be kind of long. So I'm just gonna get the reaction started, and yeah, we can go ahead and go.
Back to my channel, it's your host Arlette, and we're here today with the season 2 reunion. Make some noise, y'all! Yes, we made it through another 10 episodes. So that was episode 11 through 20. Okay, and y'all all were a bit...
That's wild. Because for whatever reason, I thought she had way more than 20 episodes. Maybe because she does a lot of like follow-ups with the couples that go on dates and stuff like that. Oh, you can see these two in the front. They clearly in a relationship. I mean, they booed up. Okay.
Big part of it, so big up yourself, okay? Y'all did great. So obviously, before we start getting into all these juicy topics, I know y'all are ready. Look, Chanel said, oh yeah, girl, yes. So before we get into all these juicy topics, great discussions, whatever we're going to get into, I do want to go ahead and bring out my amazing husband, the producer of this show, our very own BM.
Somebody said she was diabolical because she's doing this show and got a whole husband at home be doing TikToks with her man. Why people be over here popping balloons on each other?
Welcome to Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Aletta Mully Season 2 Reunion. That is 20 consistent episodes. It's a big achievement, so we're here now. Now, first thing first, I want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with everything that we have. I will not be shy about praising his name. He is the way of life. Next.
Y'all, now look, I don't have no problem with praising the Lord. Thank the Lord for everything. But how you gonna thank the Lord Jesus Christ for this messy show? Like, I'm sorry, it's messy. Everything about it is messy, and Now, I'm glad he thanking the Lord. That's a beautiful thing. But for Poppy the Balloon, I'm screaming.
I want to thank, obviously, my wife. Wonderful host. She's been absolutely amazing. She's just, every single episode, she's shining. She does a fantastic job at everything that she does. So I want to give a big round of applause to her once again. I also want to thank all of our supporters, everyone.
I agree, Janelle. I barely remember anybody that's sitting down here. Like, I'm trying to remember these people, but that's why I said I hope they show a flashback clip or something. And let me speed this up, because that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad he's celebrating his wife, but you know, we here for. We know what we're here for.
Everyone that supports us, everyone that comes on the show to try to find love, everyone that watches us and shares our videos, thank you. You only focus on people who support us. Next up, I also want to say that we do have a podcast out right now. Head over to my channel where you can watch exclusive interviews. I will be putting out some exclusive behind the scenes footage as well. So make sure you're logged on to both channels. Both of these channels will be working together, so make sure you are subscribed to both channels so that you do not miss out on any content. Remember that. If you don't miss out on any content, make sure you subscribe to both channels. Now, I think it's time to get into it. Who's ready for season 2 reunion?
Alright, so to go ahead and kick off this reunion, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the amazing moments that happened.
My name is James with Grammy Pies.
Kind of look like Coming to America right now.
I do have a rotation, but
I see you used to dealing with peasants, so you don't know when you see a king.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's because he's the police.
Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
you look like something that I might go, out back and take myself up top to. So I didn't know.
What does that mean?
You look like a porn star or something like that.
What makes you wake up every day and want to do what you do?
My cat.
You who?
My cat. That is who makes me happy.
I think Glorilla's beautiful.
I'm dark skinned. I think more like Kelly Rowland, but I appreciate the compliment.
That's fine as well.
Gracias.
Okay, so that was, like we saw, it was a great season. Thank you all, first of all, for coming on, and thank you all for being here today as well. To go ahead and kick it off, as we saw in episode 12, there was someone who was just the king of marketing. Okay? I think we all kind of know who we're talking about over here. Every time we got to him, we were like, man, he's about to put himself on. So just to kind of go ahead and take a recap, let's go ahead and see what this man's journey was like on his episode.
My name is James with James Gourmet Pies. James with James Gourmet Pies. I'm James with James Gourmet Pies, 37.
Let's go on over here. We can have your name and age.
My name is James. Gourmet Pies, Facebook, Instagram, check me out. James Gourmet Pies,
At least
37.
he made the most of
James
it.
Gourmet Pies, 37. James Gourmet Pies, 37.
Okay, so James.
Yes,
Every
ma'am.
single time I said, man, what's your name and age? What's your name and age? You always got to throw in James Gourmet Pies.
Got to. Got to. And let me tell you why, right? If you have a dream or a goal, I think that you should always put yourself out there.
Okay.
Even the Bible says, like, if I give you a talent and you waste it, go to hell. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm the best at what I do, and that's how I introduce myself. I don't care who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody need to have a 30-second commercial.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking on that, so did you come on the show like trying to find a match, or you're like, you know what, I'm gonna come on there and just put my business out there? Was that the goal?
Definitely. I was really looking for something serious.
Okay.
You know, and
I was like,
everybody,
where are we going with this? Tell us so.
In the comment section, they've been coming at my top paws. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just here for promotion. And that was not it. I would say the very first contestant, Dria, she was one that I would have taken like very serious. You know what I mean? Like, I was feeling her. If you go and watch the whole thing all over again, like, that was one that I was like, you know, this could be serious. You know what I mean? But then she was like, well, I don't like dudes with kids or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was amazing. Everybody was beautiful. But I'm saying, like, for me to be serious, that she would have been the one.
Okay. So as far as like everyone else, when you watch that episode, what did you guys think of James? Like, what did you guys believe that he was there for love, or you guys feel like he was there just to market himself?
Both.
I feel like I needed to taste one of his pies expeditiously.
Right.
That's what I wanted to do. I was just like, I want to try these pies.
You missed out. Because if you were going to sit up there, James, gourmet pie, every single time, you should have had a slice for every lady that came out. You should have had some in the back warmed up. If you going to say that to me every single time, I'm going to need a sample. I'm going to need to get some. Like, what's the whole point of you advertising and doing all this James gourmet? You need to bring some with you. You need to have some with you, sir. You missed out on an opportunity right there. Like, yeah, you promoted yourself, but really it just came off as more so as annoying. But if you actually had somebody taste like, oh, that actually is good. That was okay. That's tasty. You know, a little testimonial. But you just keep on saying James Gourmet Pie. It's like you're gonna drill it in our head and make us believe it. But how do I know they're actually good? You just could be repeating yourself over and over for all I know. Oh, you didn't really? I thought you was saying you was... Okay, never mind. They said that the food better be good. I read that wrong.
Okay.
So even though the intent was not for him to advertise, it definitely was...
He made it ring a bell.
Yeah.
So I have a question for James. So James, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. If I want a pie, do you ship your pies?
I ship them nationwide, but you know, I just want people to know that you can rub your stomach and tap your head at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, James, you know the shipping was like $50, right? So
I'm working on that.
Okay.
Stay tuned. I promise. Stay tuned. It's going to be cheaper than that. Right now, it is a little expensive. I don't make nothing off shipping, but you know, I was definitely here to find something real, and it just didn't work out in my favor.
Okay, good.
So James, are you willing to go on again in the reverse position? Pause. No diddy.
We're going to have that conversation. We can have that conversation. You know?
Is he the host?
I gotta say real quick for James pies, those pies is fire.
Hey, they are
really good. Those pies are really good.
We got some samples. James brought us some samples. Okay, they were pretty tasty.
Oh, he brought some samples.
Tastes like your granny made them.
Okay, so James, you actually brought up Dria, who was on your episode. Dria, when you came out, unfortunately, you didn't find a match either. And one of the main reasons that people ended up hopping on you was something kind of a little silly when we look back at it. But I mean, I guess to them it was a big deal. But let's go ahead and see what it was that everyone ended up hopping on.
Hi, I'm Dria.
Dria. Okay, how old are you?
I'm above 30.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. How old did you say you were?
33.
33? Okay, yeah. How old did you say you were?
36.
36.
How old are you?
Above 30.
Above 30?
Mm-hmm.
You're not confident in that?
I'm waiting for my husband to have a kid.
Okay.
Because
I didn't tell my age, y'all.
Yeah.
That's annoying. And
Look, Braylon already ready to
ask everybody else's age, but you won't even answer yours.
Interject. Yeah.
You playing games. What you playing for?
Okay, so Dria, it seemed like you focused a lot on the men's age, but then when it came to you, you were like above 30, like you didn't want to disclose yours at all. You kind of explained it a little bit, but do you want to kind of get into it?
You know what, y'all? I'm so sorry. If I could go back, I would just go ahead and tell the age. I didn't know that it was going to be a big thing. My bad. Like, if I could go back in time, y'all, I would just say my age because I didn't know it was going to be a big thing like that.
So how old are you?
35, y'all. 35. Internet, I am 35.
I know in our society, they try to make 30 seem like we're old and decrepit and like... You know, we should just give up on life if you don't have a man at this point because you just need to be at home with your cats. But no, be proud of your age. Like, nobody wants to be with someone that's not confident in who they are. And when you try to hide your age, it's like, are you not happy that you're that age? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I always thought it was stupid when older women did stuff like that. Just say how old you are.
You can't come on a show like this disclosing information. Do you got kids? Maybe. Like,
I didn't
what?
say that.
I
didn't say
saying. Just,
yeah.
35. Thank you. Thank you. If I ever do anything like this again, I would just disclose it all.
Because you mentioned on the show is because of like brand deals or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So the brands wouldn't have taken you if you were a certain age, or what is it?
So I want to get into acting also, and I really kind of, y'all know how like Carly Red, like if you look her up, you can't find her age. People like are like guessing about stuff like that. And certain celebrities lie about their age. Like I heard Beyonce isn't really the age that's on Google. I'm just saying. So
I'm a beehive.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Don't attack me. But like, I just really didn't want it all the way out there. But it's hell. The internet bullied me. 35.
You're still young.
Damn.
You're still young.
But yeah.
And I'll say for me, like, I didn't care what age you were. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been 55. You wearing it well. Like,
Jay, I like that. That's the sauce right there.
So
James trying to get his balloon unpopped real quick.
Somebody bring me another balloon.
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Brandon.
So now, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Dria.
Now that you done tasted James' pie.
Well, I want to give it a try. Yeah, we can do that, James. We can link tomorrow.
She said her and James could link tomorrow.
So it's
Come on now.
Brian, we can link tomorrow too. No,
Somebody bring me a toothpick for my individual balloon now. She's talking about later down.
But Dria, I want to talk about something. I wanted you to stand on your age, right? Because it really doesn't matter how old you are. We don't care about that. Right, but that's something important for a man to know when we dating and we're asking these particular questions. So it doesn't really matter if you're 35. You could be 45. If we want to get at you, we gonna get at you.
No question.
And you look good.
Period.
Thank you.
See? But you already took it back. You said when I come back, I'm gonna say my age.
Stand on that age.
Yes.
Stand on that age.
Quote of the night. Stand on that age.
Okay, all right. Well, our next person we're gonna talk about also got a lot of comments. A lot of people were saying like, oh, this girl has no self-confidence, she keeps popping on assumptions, this, that, and the third. Let's take a look at who that could have possibly been.
I didn't mean to pop it, but...
Oh, you didn't mean to pop it?
No.
Is he in there?
I have arthritis. Like, my hands are bad, and it accidentally literally just popped. But I feel like you probably want a girl that's more, like, clean.
Why are you assuming that? Why are you assuming?
And I'm just more edgier. I already know you're not going to like it, but my last relationship was New Year's.
January. So that's just.
So you popped because you assumed that I wasn't gonna like it?
Yeah, because it's so recent, and the other women, it's been a couple years. And
I remember her. She
was
the healing process. I'm not the best cook. And I dated a real estate agent before, and it just kind of clashed because I work more in the entertainment music industry.
Okay. Zola. So after looking back, at your time on Pop the Balloon, I don't know if you were able to see any of the comments, but a lot of the viewers were like, why did she come on the show if, all she was going to do is pop on people based off of her own assumptions? No one ever said this, but she was popping on them. Were you able to see that when you went back and watched it, or what were your thoughts on that?
I got thousands of messages, emails. I mean, positive and negative. I just try to focus on the light and positive side of things, and it was so much, comments on everything, not just that, the insecurity, just me, being a stripper and maybe not. Sometimes I, regret saying that I was a stripper, because it's just, I know what comes with it. So people just think, oh, you're a stripper part-time, so how are you looking for love? How are you even a woman of God?
You're still
it's just all these things. No,
how did she go through the show, have people hold a mirror up to her, you could literally see yourself doing it, and now you're on the couch, you're doing it again. You should just understand. Yes, I feel like a lot of people would not be into that, but you can't say every single man is not. Some men might be okay with it, so you have to not pop your balloon just because you think somebody's gonna say something. You assuming and you missing out, and then yes, what's the point of being there? Why did you even come if you thought every man was gonna have a problem with it?
So, woman of God. And I still want love and things like that, but it's just overwhelming, all the messages. Oh.
So I have a question.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say right now.
Yeah. Do you feel like your job is keeping you single? Do you get in your head about it? Is that something that prevents you from putting yourself out there? Do you feel like?
No, when I'm every day, I'm working in the music industry. I'm in the studio. I'm around celebrities every day. I'm really working in the entertainment industry. So what I mean by entertainment industry is music, modeling, and acting, and being a boss that I am, and a woman of God. The stripping that's just a 9-to-5 side hustle to me once in a while, once in a blue moon. That's not my life, so it's just.
I respect your transparency on that, because you didn't have to say that.
Exactly.
So when you come in looking for love, you're putting that transparency out there, you're putting that truth out there and hoping a man accept that. So I respect that.
It's I want to be honest and genuine and open about all areas of my life. But that's not my life.
I wish I could pop
when I'm going to events and I'm networking with people, I don't say, oh, I'm a stripper. When I grow up, I want to be a stripper. No.
You said that's a 9-to-5 side hustle.
Yes, that's just a job to me. I haven't been in the club for 2 months now. That's once in a while here and there, But every day my life is music, creating.
Like Janelle said,
I go to church every Sunday, But that's probably hard to believe just because I said that. But the first thing that I said, if you watch the show, the first thing I said is, I'm a recording artist. That's my life every single day. I just dropped a song with Casey Veggies.
I don't think it's hard to believe that you go to church and you're a dancer. I think as a woman, you gotta do what you gotta do to still provide. And who is anybody to judge you for building an income The fact that that doesn't define who you are.
Woman of God.
But it's just like I get it. Like I get it because I'm being realistic with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is. You don't think that it can go together. You don't think that. If you truly believe that it's okay to strip and be a woman of God, you wouldn't be so quick. You wouldn't feel the need to defend and explain and just go on and on and I don't know. You would stand in it. You would be strong in it. But clearly you see something wrong with that. You see that it's a disconnect there. So don't put that on everybody else. The whole point is that you're projecting. The whole point is that you're assuming what other people are thinking about you. And yes, I'm sure there's a great bit of people that think that. But the problem is that you assume everybody is. And because of that, you're projecting that on everyone else. And yeah, it's something you're not solid in. It's something you don't even believe in, I don't think.
The lineup of men, you know, that were truck drivers and this and that. I'm just being realistic and genuine because I was that hypocrite. I wasn't a stripper my whole life. Like I started very late in my life, probably like 27 years old, 28 years old.
But the work that you do does kind of define who you are, just like if you found out.
No, it don't. But I will say, like, it gave me the confidence. You definitely have to be confident to just be in the music industry, to perform, to do all these things. You got to have some level of confidence.
I get it, but we're talking about your the
people just focused on that, and I really wish they didn't focus on that because it's just like I'm more than a pretty face. I'm more than just some stripper. That's just some job to me.
It's kind of hard to not to focus on that because if I'm a man and I'm looking for love, I wouldn't want a woman.
Then take me out of it. Like that. Hey, that would be great if I could have a man that's a provider.
I want to interject really quick because
take me out of that.
Yeah. So as far as that stripping thing, you know, a little traumatized, but no, I would say being honest about it.
I'm traumatized as well.
Trust
just
me,
being a black woman and in the industry, music industry, and what I've been through.
I get it, the entertainment business. Trust me. But what I want to say is this: the fact that you are honest about it. As long as you have to lead with that, you know what I mean? I know you're saying like, oh, I did it 2 months ago, whatever the case is. But when you talk to someone, they're going to feel like it's right now. You know what I mean? So as long as you're transparent.
And that's why I popped my balloon. Because being realistic, most likely I'm going to work with a guy that's working in the entertainment industry. So when I say entertainment, I'm not saying male porn star, male stripper, no. Well, music industry, sports, they're most likely going to understand me more.
But
because it goes hand in hand. Like,
no, I get what you're saying with
Cardi
that. But
B, like I look up to that.
You're saying, but that's why you popped your balloon. But it's almost, I won't say like a coward way, but you popped your balloon with the preconceived notion that yours is going to get popped instead of allowing it to see what's going to happen. It's like you shoot yourself in the foot before it even starts.
It doesn't matter if the balloon popped or not. I'm not going to go on a date because I didn't feel a deep connection with anybody.
How you feel a deep connection in 30 seconds?
Okay, like not even that. The physical attraction wasn't there. You know, I'm just going off like women intuition.
But what I'm saying, isn't it like a shot in the foot? You're like not
maybe
even trying.
One date, yeah, sure, you know, but I can't see further than that. And I'm 31 years old, and just based off experience, you know, dating guys that are outside of the entertainment industry, they try to change me or they try to judge me, like what you're doing right now.
That's the preconceived notion. No, we're not judging you at all. We're just bringing to light on what men think and what a lot of men.
And that's why, like, the entertainment industry is going to be more understanding, and I'm more comfortable with that.
Yeah, but the thing is that you guys don't know how men think because you're not men.
Y'all simple, though, to be honest. Y'all simple men. And there's women that dance in the strip club and they find a whole husband. There's like artists like Cash Doll in the entertainment industry.
They're outliers in everything.
And she find her a partner.
There's so many women in this industry that they're not even open about it. Are you crazy? Most of these women are married. They're in relationships. They're going to college. You know, I just hate that people assume like, oh, you're a stripper, so you're not smart. I get it because I was that hypocrite. In my younger days, I never smoked. I never drank. I was the hypocrite that was saying, oh, I would never dance. Like, that's degrading to women. Like, but you just can never say never. Like, you just never know how life is going to turn out for you for any situation. So, like, I get it. But I'm being realistic and I'm letting those guys off easy.
Yeah.
We're not going to work out.
Dorian, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. I respect the naked hustle. Let's be honest. Most of the people that, women that are, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people that are in church or things are reformed, you know what? as far as how I feel about it, I feel like you might have been projecting a little bit. I think you need to stand on business about what you do and why you do it and why you do it for yourself, first of all. And then you should use it as a testimony for other young girls that are growing into women. You know, you could be a testimony for somebody, but don't let any man make you feel bad about what you do and why you do it, because you know why you do it.
Because it's not my life.
Exactly.
My life is.
When I met you, you're very humble. You're very humble. You're very beautiful, and you're very sweet. I didn't even know you were a dancer. So
exactly,
next time,
because I don't go out there. Hey, I'm a stripper.
You have to be ashamed of it. You have to be ashamed of it, because if you are constantly, well, I don't want people to think that's my whole life. Why do you care? If you bold enough to get up there and strip, who cares? You still strip, like, regardless of whether you strip once a year, once a month, every 2 weeks, you strip. People are going to call you a stripper. It don't matter how often you do it, and you have to accept the stigma that comes with it. It is what it is. And you say you used to judge people. I feel like you probably you still do, because you probably judging your own self. Like, stop putting it on everybody else, and she just cannot see that, and that's why this conversation is so frustrating.
Nice to meet you. No, I'm a recording artist. Nice to meet you. Like, I really work in the music industry.
They look at it in a negative way. I look at it in a positive way. Like I said, if you look in the Bible, I don't know exactly which book of the Bible was, but I could have sworn the lady that touched Jesus' cloak. Y'all know what I'm talking about, was a prostitute. I don't know. I'm not saying you're a prostitute. But what I'm saying is that you can use it as...
And that's like another thing.
Yeah.
There's different levels to this. There's strippers. There's prostitutes. There's escorts. No, I'm just a stripper here and there. Are you ashamed of it? This is not every day.
Yeah.
Are you ashamed of it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not ashamed of it. It's just, it's not my life. Like, I just see it as, it's just here and there.
So
my life is
let's go ahead and move on to our next topic then. So, Raylan, during your episode, it seems like you had a lot to say, you know, and some of the things you said caused a lot of controversy. You know, the comments were going crazy on you. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of your clips. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
Initially, I thought the shoe was beautiful, but it's too much weave. Toes hanging off the shoes for me. So, yeah, I just kind of, the toes, like she gripping the side of the shoe. Kid, I like to smile. It's the hair, man. It's too much weave. It's a lot going on. She said she was from Kinky, and I get a lot of scam calls, and I'm just dealing with that. And it's the accent. I feel like I'm going to be saying hi, what you say.
Okay. All right. So, Braylon, stomping on the balloon. What was that about?
That's how I felt.
So we gave you pics. Was that not good enough?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Stomping on the balloon.
Yeah,
like you stomped on it.
I had to stand on business.
Wow.
Yeah. At 37, stomping on balloons?
That's what I want to do.
Clown activity, man.
You said what?
It's clown activity.
Hey, you 50 and you on the show. That's clown activity. But, you know, we all trying to have a good time.
Guess what, I don't look for you.
I don't mad at it, man.
You heard me? And I got all my hair. Take the head off.
I don't.
You said because I remember on the episode we did want to see what was up under that hat, but touche, because he came for him. I may look 50, but what's up under that hat, okay? I am so tickled. He was rude and kept looking for exactly. He wanted a viral moment so bad. He did not come there to find love. He came there to be on screen. He came there to get views. He came there to get attention. And I hope he gets clown.
Catfishing, huh?
I'm happy, but you got a spray on hairline, my boy. You don't want to do that with me. That's one thing you don't want to do. With joke around with me.
I got the hair.
Hold on. Nobody can say anything if he got a size 22 waistline. You a grown ass man, my boy. Don't do that with me.
22 waistline.
Okay, yes, that's what you got on. That's one thing you don't want to do with me. You got them skinny small jeans on. Stay in your lane, my boy.
What lane is that? What you talking about? Stay in your lane. I got my own lane. I'm calling.
Skinny small jeans. Be easy.
I'm top tier, you bottom tier.
I just want to say, you sat here to most of those women, and you were telling those women that they had too much weave. But you've been sitting here on my girl since she been here, and her hair is the same.
I've been talking to her.
I'm sorry. I would have thought Brian, real talk, I would have thought Brian was like 30s, maybe mid to late 30s. I wouldn't have thought he was 50. He looks, you know, he looks decent for his age. Now, how old is he? Why you trying to call people out? Why you trying to talk about people and everything? How old are you? Because I bet you look older than your age. JC said fight.
Okay, I was
just like I've been talking to all the other ones.
You got a crush on
when I was on there.
So, Braylon, are you typically, you know, that straightforward to people in like person when you meet them? Like, you'll tell them like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna talk to you with your toes hanging off," and like.
No, absolutely not. I just won't talk to them. But we on a show, and they come out, and you guys ask us for our opinion.
He's 41.
You know, and to be honest with you, this stuff is about clicks.
Right.
I mean, okay, in a sense.
For you,
we want. Okay. We're looking for the clicks. We're looking for the honesty. You know, I wanted to stand out in a sense, but I definitely wanted to be honest on how I felt though.
Okay.
You know, when the roles are reversed and the women are judging us in a sense, all the guys can understand that. You know, they tell us one thing is that our height. Pretty sure you can understand that, you know what I mean? You know, it's our height. We can't change that. But a woman can change about how she wears her hair. And I can change about, I can feel how I want to feel if I like this woman or if I don't like this woman. And we only get 20.
It's coming from a nasty place. Because see, what you're saying is, now you sound like you playing tit for tat. Now it sounds like, oh, well, they get to call us short. They get to say, oh, I don't like bald-headed. So now I'm going to bring up weave. Now I'm going to bring up toes. Now I'm going to get them before they can get me. And that's a sign of a very insecure man. Why do you feel the need to have to dunk on women and check women, especially when you're here to date them and to find love? I thought the whole point was for you to find women that you are interested in. And the things that you were saying about the women, all of that was unwarranted and unnecessary. Those women were not being rude. Those women were not being nasty. And even after you said nasty things to them, they still had a very nice, sweet disposition. Vindictive, that's the word. Vindictive. He's been dissed. He's still mad about that girl that wouldn't date him in high school. I bet you he's that type. It's a bunch of middle-aged men walking around still mad they couldn't get the girl they wanted in high school and taking that on every other woman for the next 15, 20 years. We didn't do it to you. We didn't do it to you, and you probably couldn't get her because of your nasty attitude, because you're insecure. Maybe you should work on those things. Maybe that person just wasn't for you. And then it's crazy because a lot of those men will be like that, and there'll be a woman over here, a young girl over here, likes you, have a crush on you. You're not attracted to her. You wanna sidestep her. You wanna push her to the side, but then get mad when it happens to you. So I don't want to hear it. Okay? I don't want to hear it. And as soon as this other man had something to say, you jumped on him and you still throwing slugs at him. Still. Like, why are you so mad? You seem like a miserable person to always have to be on guard and have to snap on somebody at grow up. Just grow up. You could be honest and not rude. What's the quote? Honesty without compassion is brutality or something like that. You can tell the truth with class. You could tell the truth and have the right tone. You don't have to say things in a dirty, nasty way where it hurts somebody's feelings on purpose, where you're trying to hurt somebody's feelings. You just, especially to women, like you're doing this to women. That makes you feel good. That makes you feel like the man. You must feel really small in your real life. He thinks he's the funniest in the room. But really, you like you said, suck all the fun out. Because now everybody have to feel like they're on guard because we don't know what's finna come out of his mouth.
Seconds with them. So it's not enough for me to be like, well, you know, even though she wears weave, I still like her, what's inside of her and things of that nature. No, we're just going off the physical. And if the physical doesn't attract me, then I have to say, because you tell us what to say. You know?
I did not tell you what to say.
So can I ask a question?
I simply ask a question.
Can I ask a question?
What are you looking for?
What's your type? You need a man weave.
So, okay, Braylon, so you said...
You need a man weave.
Hold on, guys, hold on. So, Braylon, you said you came on... Guys, please, hold on one second.
No, respectfully.
So, you're saying it's for clicks. So, are you saying you came on just to get a viral moment?
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke when I said that.
Okay.
I meant to say, like...
No, you did.
It's
the truth came out. You didn't mean for the truth to come out, but it came out, and you're caught.
You want to be different in some ways and things of that nature.
Okay. So this is how Ohio gets down?
Not at all. That's Ohio.
Cleveland.
What's your type? I would love to know.
I want to know.
I love to cut people down to be different, though.
No, we wanted to be honest. I've seen many episodes of this show, and like I said, the first thing that the woman would say is talk about a man's height, and things of that nature. And it's like, yo, we can't do anything about our height.
But what are you doing in that moment? It's your moment.
Yes, and I'm being honest about my moment. If I don't like the weave, that's what I don't like.
So what do you like?
I like a natural woman. I love a natural woman. I love someone that's soft. I love a woman that basks in her femininity. I love a woman that loves to cook, and I love a woman who likes to love on me. You know, I like what likes me. And we used to women like my grandmother, my mom. They didn't wear weave and things like that.
Okay, look, they didn't have weave back in the days. Talking about looks. Let's stay on looks here.
Yeah, that's what I love a natural woman.
Cooking. Okay, we all can cook. I mean, we better know how to cook. We gotta eat. What's your look type?
I can't. It's not a certain look.
It has to be because you're popping on weave.
I say that I don't like weave.
But we love to wear weave.
Yes, and y'all wear weave for each other. Y'all don't wear weave for us. I guarantee you, probably if it's 5 guys, 3 to 4 of us don't like weave. But we'll take it though because that's what y'all do. But we don't prefer that stuff. Y'all wear that to be in competition with each other.
You are so fake. He is really delusional.
First of all, he gives chronically online. I get all of my talking points from people arguing back and forth on Twitter and in the comment section on YouTube. Because what do you mean women wear weave for each other and to be in competition with each other? And you a lie. It's plenty of men that do like weave. It is. If they didn't, then a lot of women probably wouldn't be wearing weave, okay? Y'all say y'all like natural hair until a woman come through with a TWA and 4C hair. Let's just be real. Let's be honest. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Because I bet you, if they had a group full of women with natural hair, short natural hair, you probably wouldn't be checking for half of them. And on top of that, I would love to see who you're following. I would love to see the pictures that you're liking. I hope they're not wearing weave. A lot of these men are hypocrites. Complete hypocrites. Y'all say y'all want a natural woman. Y'all say y'all want this. Y'all say y'all want that until a real one show up. And then y'all, I'm not attracted to her. Yeah. Okay. Granny definitely had wigs. True. And look, I can't speak for his mother and grandmother. Maybe they really didn't wear weave, right? But I just don't think a weave should be an indictment on someone's personality. I just don't. You can have your preferences, but I just feel like a lot of times their preferences are rooted in colorism, texturism, featureism, and they don't even realize it. Like, when he's saying natural hair, he's probably thinking about, like, Tracee Ellis Ross loose curls, 3C curls. So I really don't want to hear it. He just...
That's real.
That is so.
Hey, if the brothers up here don't step up and say nothing, y'all better not.
We wear it for ourselves.
There's nothing wrong with weave.
We just like to have fun.
It's not like, I mean, some dudes just don't care. Like, you get your hair done, it's not really for us. It's not a make or break thing for a lot of
You saying this? We like to have fun. Y'all doing it for y'all. It's not for us.
For ourselves, not to be in competition.
Yeah.
It's for y'all.
Do you put on a chain to be in competition with another man?
No,
and do.
Okay, yeah. So that's not.
And do. And see, that's the other thing. Men love to, I'm not going to say all men. Men like this, like I said, who are chronically online, because they're the main ones who have this take. Y'all think like that. Now, are there women out here that do think like that? Probably, yes, of course. I'm sure there are. But y'all project the way that y'all think on women. Just like they think all women want to be gold diggers and all women want men with money and just want to use men for their money. You're talking about a very specific segment of women. Your average everyday woman is not thinking like that. They just ain't. But if you were a woman, you probably would be thinking like that.
How we choose to wear our hair and nails. It's not a
We're
competition.
talking about hair. We're talking about
Yeah, but that's for us. That's not in competition.
and she's asked me, what do I like?
Yeah.
I have a right to have.
You do.
You
But you could have kept the part when you said
we do it for competition. Yeah.
You ladies do it for yourself.
Y'all don't get the hair done. Who's the first one to compliment you on your hair? Another woman, right? Most likely.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we heard you, Braylon. We heard you. So, Shayna, you ready?
I'm ready.
So obviously, accountability was a word that was thrown around a lot during your segment. When they were referring to you, they're calling you purple dress. All through the comments. So let's see what people were talking about and why they said that.
Yeah. Why are you single?
Oh. Okay. We'll still ask.
You are handsome. You're definitely my type. I just did not like the question. I feel like when men ask that sometimes, they're trying to find something wrong. And I'm single because I'm single. I haven't met the person. I just didn't like the question.
From your last relationship, name one thing that you did wrong and one thing that he did wrong.
I'm not answering this.
Okay.
Lack of accountability.
Oh, I thought it was so cute.
So Shayna, what do you have to say, about the comments saying you just have lack of accountability, you didn't want to take any type of accountability when it came to some of these questions? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so, honestly, when I filmed the episode, I left there on such a high. I was like, oh my gosh, this was so fun. And I even spoke to my match, Jeremiah, and a couple that we went out with. I'm like, they're going to drag me a little bit because I wasn't answering some questions. But I didn't know it was going to be to that extent. I'm not going to lie. Y'all came from my life. And I know I can't go back and fix the past. I can only grow from what happened. When I first was reading the comments, I was like, no, But I had to sit down and think about it. If 2,000-3,000 people are saying something, I have to change something. I have to fix something. So I went back and watched the episode, and if I could have changed something, I would have answered the questions. One of my mistakes that I made going on the show was I live a somewhat private life, and I'm going on a public platform, and thought that I didn't have to answer certain stuff, and I learned that was a big mistake. I'm a very accountable person, but so my match on the show, which was Jeremiah, shout out to Jeremiah. I could honestly, I did apologize to him after the show that I should have given him the opportunity to pop it. I didn't want to pop my balloon. I should have let that up to him. And then after the show, I did answer the question, answer his question. And the first guy that asked, why am I single? I could have answered that question too. So, I'm watching the episode, and I got a lot of positive feedback, and I got a lot of negative feedback, and I can only grow from what happened. So yeah.
Okay. I really respect that. I feel like that's a very especially when so many people are coming at you, and I'm sure everybody wasn't saying it in a respectful way, but I like the fact that she was like, okay, if everybody's saying this, maybe I should take a look at myself. And I like that. I like that she was like, I could have just answered the question. I remember on that episode, people in the comments were saying like, usually when men ask those questions, it's like that Kevin Samuels type of thing. And so I can understand where you're coming from with that, especially in this, dating today. I know it's hard. So maybe she just had her defenses up. But I appreciate her coming back and, saying that she could have done it differently.
So just open up to everyone.
Yeah, that's the biggest red flag ever.
Is my audio echoing? Because I'm trying to see, how could I? If so, I really don't know how to fix it. Sorry.
The very first thing you should ask someone when you're talking, especially I'm talking to dudes, is like, what happened in your previous relationship and what did you do for that? We had that conversation about what I did. Aside from the show I'm talking about. But, and then I had a conversation with Chanel about that. But that's the first question. What did you do for that relationship, quote unquote, not work? Because most, and no feminist type stuff, I'm not saying, but most women or most people will just say, oh, it's the guy who did this, he did this. No. And that's a red flag in itself. If they can't say one thing what's hard about dating you? That's a question you should ask anyone you speak to.
Does it sound
better? If you can't answer that,
like
what's hard about dating you? You can say one thing that's hard about dating you, stay away from that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let me address him before you speak. I do agree with you, and like I said, I learned from this experience.
Did it sound better? Did that last part sound better? Because outside of that, I really don't know what to do. Should fix that.
And if you guys are
dating you, that's a question you should ask anybody. What did you do for that relationship? I'm talking to dudes is like, what happened in your previous relationship and what did you do for that? We had that conversation about what I did. Aside from the show I'm talking about, but and then I had a conversation with Chanel about that. But that's the first question. What did you do for that relationship? Quote unquote not work? Because most, and no feminist type stuff. I'm not saying, but most women or most people will just say, oh, it's just the guy who did this, he did this. No, and that's a red flag in itself. If they can't say one thing what's hard about dating you, that's a question you should ask anyone you're speaking to. And if you can't answer that, what's hard about dating you, can say one thing that's hard about dating you, stay away from that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let me address him before you speak. I do agree with you, and like I said, I learned from this experience. And if you guys remember, I did say we both did something wrong. It wasn't just him, it wasn't just me, it was both of us collective. But in that moment, like, it's action. Cameras are, none of this was rehearsed. Yeah, when we go on this show, Arlette don't meet with us in the back, this is what's gonna happen. It's literally action, and just, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Well,
I'm sorry, let me finish. When I spoke to Jeremiah, and I did answer the question, I'm not perfect, I have fallen. you know? And I do take accountability that I did do things wrong in my past relationship. If I could go back and fix it, you know, and I apologize to everybody that I did get upset, I would have answered the question. There's no way that I said I was perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. Did not say that one time. So people that saying I'm a red flag because
Nobody
of that.
is perfect,
Yeah, no one is
including you, honey.
Yeah, no one is perfect, you know? And I apologize to my match. You know, I can only grow from the situation. So I did say what I did wrong and what he did wrong, and we both moved on from the situation.
Absolutely. Real quick follow-up. So, but you're saying like, oh, none of this is what hurts. When you're saying, oh, all these cameras and stuff, well, why wouldn't your first reaction be to tell the truth?
Okay, so I didn't lie. I did not lie. In that moment, I was the only one who went, so I'm addressing the moment with me and Jeremiah. I was the only one who still had my balloon at that moment. The only person. And when he asked me that question, it was honestly just me guarding my heart in that moment because I was in a room full of strangers. I didn't know anyone, and that was just me protecting myself in that moment. And I didn't feel like it was like a safe environment for me to open up myself in that manner. I didn't know anyone to just start saying stuff about me. Had I have gone back, I would have absolutely answered the question. It was nothing bad. It was nothing scary. You know what I mean? I was just really guarding myself in that moment, and it didn't turn out the way I thought it would have turned out. You know. But moving forward, if that question is asked to me again, I will answer it.
So we're on a public platform, so we're looking for transparency.
I agree.
So when they ask the question, and the first thing you do is pop, in my mind automatically is you ran.
Yeah, I agree. I can't say what you're saying is wrong because I did run in that moment. Like I said, if I was able to do it again, I would let Jeremiah pop the balloon. I wouldn't have popped it or the other guy. So they're telling us to move forward. So I hope I did answer your question.
I'm not here for them going in on her. She took accountability. Why do y'all feel the need to twist the knife and poke and prod her even more? She said she was wrong and then she would have answered it. So why all the back and forth? I don't get it. I don't know.
Guys, I am very accountable. I have people around me who keeps me accountable. The picture that was painted was not me, but I grew from the situation. I learned if you live a private life, do not go on a public platform.
Who else spoke? I would like, can I just say one thing? Like, just in your defense.
She said sorry.
With everything you said, coming out in front of people, you don't know anyone, just that question, why are you single? Women, we just don't like it. We'll answer it, but sometimes when we get that question on the phone, it's like, you know, like, I don't want to talk about that right now. There's nothing wrong with having that conversation, but sometimes timing is important when you ask that question. And when a guy approaches
I think for some people use that question in an accusatory manner. And I like what she said. It depends on at what point, what's the context, when did you say it, what tone did you say it in? Because I can understand how that question could be perceived as, you know, why are you single? Oh, I see why you single. You know what I'm saying? Especially when women are past a certain age, there's a sensitivity around being single. You know what I'm saying? So I can see it from both sides. And sometimes I just wish that people could look from other people's perspective. Like, yeah, to you're a man. You're thinking like straightforward questions. Like, I'm asking this, and this. But maybe look at how somebody could receive something. Like, yeah, to you, that means nothing. But maybe look at the situation. Maybe you can handle it with a little bit more care. And maybe you'll have a little bit more, maybe you have better results when it comes to women.
A woman and be like, man, you look good, you got everything. Why are you single?
Mm-hmm. It's like translation.
I don't want to talk about
what's
that
wrong with you.
My answer to that, why we're single, because we were God made Adam, and when he made Adam, he made Eve. He didn't make Eve and Samantha and Sarah and multiple women. He made Adam with Eve, one person. So when we're living in this life, when there's multiple people and it's kind of hard to maneuver to find your person, you found your person. Both of you put in the work to find that.
Right,
but a lot of us have to put in that work.
So when I asked, though, why are you single? It's simple to say, I just haven't found my person.
And that's what I said. That's exactly what I said too. Maybe I shouldn't have popped. You know, and like I said, it's like men are trying to find something wrong with us. I'm single because, like I said, I haven't met my match. I haven't met my soulmate. Yeah. And I believe that God is keeping him somewhere for me, and I'm okay on waiting. You know,
and I feel like that answer is already there. Like, why would you ask somebody why you single?
Because not everybody's on that.
What you want me to tell you? Oh, because I beat up my boyfriend? Right. Like, I don't know what you want to hear when you ask that. Why are you single? You
tell the truth. We want the truth.
But, so what do you mean the truth?
I got 5 kids in his heart.
Now, on the other end of it, you could have different reasons for being single. Some people are single on purpose. Some people are like, I'm gonna be single because I told myself I was gonna be single for a year, or I just got out of a bad relationship not too long ago and I wanted to take some time and I want to be single, or I'm focused on my career, that's why I was single, or you know, like he I don't know what he was about to say, but in a respectful way, I have kids, so maybe I want to focus on raising my kids right now before I get into a relationship. It's, you know, I don't feel like the question, if you have good intentions behind the question, I don't feel like it's a bad question, because you really could, anything could be the answer. Like, if you just assume the question is negative, then of course you're going to get defensive and say, oh, I haven't found my man. But you could just have a real reason for why you're single. everybody's answer is not going to be exactly the same.
So that's what you want somebody to say?
Oh, yes, we want the yes.
I see.
We want transparency. That's it. I got
Why
5.
are you guys single? Why are you single? Yeah, we're quiet.
We're matched
Well,
over.
I'm just a difference.
What he say?
Oh, yes, we want the yes.
I see.
We want transparency. That's it. I got 5.
Why are you guys single? Why are you single? Yeah, we're quiet.
We're matched
Well,
over.
I'm just a difference. Why were you single before?
Same reason, not finding your person. And then being open to finding the right person.
See, when I answered like that,
Why were you single before?
Same reason, not finding your
I'm
Why
sorry.
are you
We're matched.
Yeah, we're quiet.
We're matched
well,
over.
I'm just a difference.
I
Why were you single before?
Same reason, not finding your person.
That's true.
And then being open to finding the right person.
See, when I answered like I answered.
Because we don't know. Because we don't know. We just meet. We're just meeting.
If you're intelligent enough to know that a person hasn't found their person yet,
We don't know
then you're
their
intelligent to know why someone's single.
So
They found their person.
you don't have to ask you questions to get to know you. That's what the
Yeah,
questions
you can
are
ask
for.
questions, but at the end of the day,
That's
what's
what dating is.
like?
Ask questions.
At the end of the
What
day,
have you been
like,
through? What's your experience? What's your story? Why are you single?
See if they're crazy, basically.
that's different. That's different. But when you see on the popular TV shows, like what you want me to do? Tell you on the popular balloon why
It's
I'm
communication.
This lady sitting next to him, she has not said 2 words. I cannot wait to see how their story played out. She in love with this man. Or
Tell me the truth. Just talk to me. Don't try to overthink it like, nah, it ain't that. Tell me exactly. You don't, but you know what to expect from this show.
It's
You know what to expect. You came on the show and you're.
All right, so then don't get mad if somebody choose not to answer a question on the show.
You cannot. If you're on a public platform.
All right, y'all. Let's bring it in.
Thank
This
you,
is
Arlette,
Mike's topic, which is a good segue because we're moving on to our lovely engaged couple here. Let's give it up for them.
I knew she was in love with
Mike and Kay,
him.
you guys are our first Pop the Balloon or Find Love engaged couple. And we are so happy for y'all. Let's go ahead and see your journey and what it took for you guys to get to where you are today.
Okay.
I just want to know where you were from, and then how do you feel about men with kids?
I'm from Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
and I would prefer him not to have kids because I don't have kids. But I'm open-minded.
You didn't let her finish.
She says she would prefer, so I don't want her to settle. I want her to get exactly what she wants.
I feel that. I appreciate that.
I have 2 children, so 19, 14. I'm very interested. If anything, I think you're very beautiful. I like the way you carry yourself. You said you're big on health, stuff like that. I'm into that. So I would have kept. But I mean, maybe I should have held on, let you make the decision. But
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
okay.
time,
I'm open-minded. But
okay. I mean, I'll take a balloon back and I'll let you make the decision.
yeah, get your balloon
Okay.
back.
Can we get a balloon back? Let's get a balloon back.
You didn't even let me finish.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I don't feel like I'm rushing. I feel like it's natural. So, I mean, honestly.
Are you serious? Oh,
Nicole, I love you deeply, man. And we are moving at our own pace, regardless of anybody else's opinion.
How long have they known each other?
And when a man knows, he knows. And I believe from the bottom of my heart that you are my person, my best friend, the person I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with, and just have a good time, man. We just enjoy this ride together, man. So will you do me the honor and be my wife?
yes.
I'm crying. Oh my God. Wow, that was so beautiful.
That was so amazing.
You was gonna do that?
Okay, hold on, y'all. So obviously, Mike, you're a man of like words. Yeah.
I'm a poet, but the words just came naturally, man. It's easy to just express yourself when the sentiment is
I
genuine.
don't know how to feel
In
about
the case
this,
of
y'all.
a beautiful woman, just a great person in general. So, I mean, every word we've been rocking ever since. So.
That's good. So I'm not gonna lie, when y'all first walked off on Pop the Balloon, I was a little unsure about you guys. I was like, dang, I don't know, man. He popped and she's not sure about the kids, whatever it is.
He grabbed my hands when we walked off. He wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure. But so, obviously he initially popped because he does have kids. Have the kids, how's that been like for you? I know because first you were a little iffy about it. How has it been?
Oh, it's been good for me.
Okay.
I mean, it's my co-parenting situation has always been good. My kids are a little bit older, so it's never really any issues. And then
Yeah,
the
his
kids are older,
kids are
they work
pretty
with
much
Kay and
grown
just,
at
they're
this point.
teenagers. As long as they're happy, everybody's happy, I'm happy. Then it's been a good situation. So.
Yeah, both of our families have been very supportive so far. So
Good. So speaking of your families, how was it? Were they shocked that you guys, because how long after you guys met did you get engaged?
Yeah.
it's about a month and a couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I knew after like 2 weeks, what I was gonna do. So then we went to the follow-up, and that was that.
So how did they take it when you guys told them?
They were shocked like everybody else.
Yeah.
We didn't expect the reaction on the internet to be what it is, but I mean, it's a lot of love and support. People telling us their journey, their stories, and saying, you know, is a true statement, man. It's kind of like one of those things that's like you can't really explain, but when you know, you definitely know. So.
Yeah, right. Like my family was definitely like, are you sure? But then I told them, watch the show, watch the proposal, and they did. They saw his character, they saw, all the things he was saying about me, and they were happy for me after seeing it, after seeing us together. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta see it to believe it.
You can feel y'all. Congratulations, y'all.
Literally. Thank you.
So high vibrational.
Thank you. And like being public with relationships is something that both of us have never done before. So our family was like, this must be serious, and it's very serious. So
yeah, because you guys started a YouTube channel and everything, right?
We have a YouTube. Love
Yes.
Yes, follow our YouTube page. Oh, man. So have you guys started wedding planning? I know you just got engaged. We ain't trying to rush y'all, but I'm just asking. Have you started? We started. We have a date. We have a venue. We're making our guest list.
Can I be invited?
Leave him at the door.
It's LOL, but I'm...
Well, unfortunately, you're not on episode 12.
Oh, we're gonna talk about everybody Wednesday.
Wait, when is the date?
Oh, no.
If you want to disclose it. I know a lot of people, some people don't like disclosing the dates.
Is it next year? Or?
So we're getting married June 1st, 2025. Because June 1st is the day we met.
Oh, let's get up for them.
Okay.
Wow, I'm definitely so happy for you guys.
NBA Finals?
What did he say?
At least they're gonna wait a year to get married to actually pull the trigger. But yeah, they lost me a YouTube channel too. Like, and I was trying to get into it. Like, I feel like I believe it on her end. I believe she's fully invested. I believe she wants to be with this man, right? And I'm not saying that he's not. I just don't know how much of it I believe. Especially when you're starting a YouTube channel. Now, it could be real. Like, some people do fall for each other quick. There's people who have met each other and got married at first sight. Married each other like soon, within like 2-3 weeks, a month of knowing each other, and have stayed married and, you know, went the distance with it. But I don't believe in whirlwind romances in 2024. Only time will tell. Thank you, JC. Only time will tell, because I would be tiptoeing around that. I don't know how much of that I don't even know if I would accept a proposal after a month. Personally. Like, now if my man watching, we've been together long enough, you know, I'll accept a proposal. But a month? No. God is not in this. Wish them well, exactly. I wish them well regardless. Yes, make sure you get a prenup. Protect yourself. Both people, protect yourself, because this is kind of wild. This is very wild. But if they truly feel like they're the one for each other, background check. If y'all feel like y'all the one, child, have at it.
Never get married. Okay, well, yeah, like everyone here said, you know, we feel the love between you guys. Like, it's so hard to believe that you guys just met, you know, not that long ago. But, you know, like Mike said, when a man knows, he knows. And a woman too. We know too. All right, perfect. So our next gentleman was definitely talked about a lot. All over, you know, there's clips of you on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook, but I've seen it on Facebook. So, Brian.
You know who they should have had on here? The guy with the plaid shirt, and they didn't like what he was wearing with the plaid shirt, and he had on the anime t-shirt, and they were talking about how he was dressed. He had dreads, and he was talking to the girl. I think she had a fro or something like that. I would want to see them on this reunion, because I feel like they were a good match. I wonder if they're still together.
No, we're talking about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on Pop the Balloon.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay, how many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many kids
your
you
preference?
have?
I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right?
It's the
But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So this qualifies as top tier woman.
That's exactly right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, Brian. So you came out episode 15. I was like, Brian, what are some of your deal breakers? You said you don't have not one, not any. But as we saw, as you went down the line, you did have a deal breaker, and that was women that have multiple baby daddies.
Right.
So, you know, is that something you came out knowing, or?
Of course I came out knowing, but for that right person, I will compromise for that, right? And I think every man will compromise for that if they come in with multiple kids for multiple different men, right? We gotta like them like that. That was my deal breaker, but like I said on the show, then I would extend grace for somebody that I'm feeling like that. So that's what that was.
Okay. So then, why is that something you didn't say like up front when I was like, oh, what's your deal breaker?
Because after listening to the women, I don't know which one I was gonna like. You know, I didn't, as far as their responses, who I was gonna attract or, you know, pull energy from. So I didn't really know who I was gonna feel until I heard what they had to say. So that's that grace part right there, right? So even if they had multiple different kids with multiple different men, if I still like them like that, I would accept that, like real men do.
Okay. So you're kind of saying like you didn't want to say that just in case one of them popped on you?
Oh, I would have popped if I said that.
He was testing the waters.
Yeah. But he was giving nobody grace. Why are you saying grace?
I mean,
for giving no grace?
even though that we talked, me and this guy earlier, we was joking around. He said nothing wrong. Like it devalues the woman when you go through multiple men and have multiple baby daddies.
You wrong.
We don't want to deal with that. If you got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, it's like, damn, your decision making skills are horrible.
Y'all forget that y'all the ones who right there. And then y'all forget that I'm 41 years old. I got a 25-year-old child. So you're basing your perception of me from 25 years ago. Come on. I'm not that person I'm not that kid that I was 25 years ago. And I'm not that young adult that I was 25 years ago. I've grown from that. I've healed from that. I now make better choices, better decisions. Right. And I live more of a healthy love life, you know, than I did then. So you're going to tell me, oh, well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No,
but that happened 25 years ago. At what point are you going to give grace? Like, at how long are you going to, I don't want to use the word punish, you know, for lack of better words, a woman for her past? Like, Brian came out and said, I don't judge a woman from their past. You know, we all make mistakes. And then he basically just flat out judged.
That's the gentleman's preference. We're not judging you for how many kids. It's how many baby fathers you got. If you get with a guy, and I'm 40 years old, per se, and I have 8 kids by 6 different women, that says something.
And then everybody's situation is different. Like,
4
we all
kids
have
and
different
4 baby
circles.
daddies?
But that's not what it was.
My
children I have by 2 different men. And I was in a 12-year relationship that was abusive. I escaped that by God's grace. I give thanks every day. And so when I moved on to the next relationship, I'm just looking for something better than what I had. And just because it was better doesn't mean it was for me. So when I realized this isn't for me, you know, should I marry this man just because society is going to look at me like I'm a failure as a mother or as a woman? Or no, should I keep going and look for what is really for me? I'm not going to say that I've made all the best decisions as a young adult. I never said I made the best decisions.
And that's what we're referring to, the decision-making skills.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's now,
I totally see where she's coming from. Because it's like, yes. I may, like, if I have 2 kids by 2 different men, you know, especially like she said, if that was 20-some years ago, I'm a different person. My decision-making skills probably were bad when I was 20 or 22. You know what I'm saying? But now I know better, especially having to take care of those 2 kids. I'm sure, you know, over time you learn, you know better, you do better. I totally get where she's coming from, and I do think it's unfair to judge somebody based off of that. I don't want to act like he's completely right in what he's saying, but to a certain extent I could understand not wanting to be with somebody with kids, be with somebody with multiple baby daddies, however you want to put it, because, you know, there's a possibility of there being a lot of static there. You just never know. Like, you probably just don't even want to deal with that. And if that's your preference, that's your preference. I don't see anything wrong with having that preference. What I didn't like about what this man right here sitting up here was doing is, oh, you don't think you should be, you know, why didn't you marry the guy you had kids with? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? It was very accusatory. It was very condescending. It was almost like a drill sergeant or dad, you know, just going in on their child. I didn't like the way he was coming at the women, right? It's one thing for you to have a preference or for you not to be interested in a woman with kids. Like Arlette said in the beginning, you said you didn't have any deal breakers, but clearly that is a deal breaker for you. So you should have just told the women with multiple baby daddies to pop their balloon instead of going in and like pointing the finger and trying to shame them for it.
That's in the past. So you're not gonna meet a woman and she tell you she stole a candy bar at 14 years old. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't do thieves. She was a kid. She made a mistake. She ate that, and the candy bar is gone. So in my situation, I feel like I ate that. I ate that relationship that I went through. I ate being a young teenage parent. I ate it. Like the young kids say, you ate. I feel like I ate. I've grown from that. I'm not that person that I was.
The relationship
so why?
is awesome, but the key, you're bearing the man's children.
All right. So, Janae, when you were having, your conversation with Brian during that segment, what was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions? Like, okay, how many baby daddies? How many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids. I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference. He deserves a queen of whatever that looks like for Brian. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this 4 fort? You can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked to Brian afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is. It's my person is my person. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to live in reality. They want to live into society, and it's fake to me. I'm not with it.
Okay. And then Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something?
one thing I do want to say, which I said to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids. But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. We kind of chatted about it before. Everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking on that, Brian, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Okay.
Because if I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you. That's not. Right?
No.
And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. No. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace that.
Who are you to be hard on me? Who are you? Who do you think you are to deliver a message harsh to me? Oh, if I say it in a different way. No, and it's not about. That's how I can tell you don't have much emotional intelligence. You can deliver something with a stern tone without sugarcoating or babying someone. You can say what your beliefs are without talking down on someone else, without being condescending. Because there's nothing wrong with you having the preference that you have. There's nothing, because many women out there, like somebody just in the chat said, she met a man with 9 kids with multiple women and she blocked him. I don't see anything wrong with that, right? But if she would have turned around and just talked down, well, I can't believe you did it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're doing too much. And yes, it is a God complex. He feels like he's better than these women. Exactly. Why do you feel the need to chastise somebody? He act like he's somebody's daddy.
We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact
Women
thing
do
and not get
embrace
angry
accountability.
and feel like men are aggressive.
I haven't seen one man up there embrace accountability the way this nice young woman, she was accountable. Every time Arlette asked one of these men, well, how do you feel about the way you came off and the fact that y'all are not accepting accountability for the way that y'all came off, for the tone that y'all used, for the nasty attitude y'all had. Y'all don't want to accept accountability for the only one who's truly accepted accountability was that young lady on the couch sitting next to Arlette.
And feel like men are aggressive when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right?
Yes, you
and
was.
maybe I could have delivered it a little bit softer, but that's not the route that I chose.
You wanted to say something?
Brother, the way you've
Hold
been
on,
talking.
1 second, James is gonna go.
I wanted to say something about that. I understand both sides. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't care if a female has a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls that have multiple kids, and I think that men think one of two ways. One is like, okay, you made horrible decisions. And then the other downfall could be, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, and for me, I love kids, like I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I wanted to say is like.
Can I say something? Brian, I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's 2 different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider. who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or some. It takes a village to raise these kids. I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with one kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on
fine.
you. You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you, and I'm not even mad at the world, and I don't give a fuck about anybody. If we can keep it G. You know, I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman, and I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household. I'm not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world.
Small.
Everybody got their own opinion, and I respect you 100%. It is what it is.
And let me hold on, wait, hold on. And I respect that. I appreciate that, right? There's gonna be a special type of man that's gonna come in and take care of you and your units. That's gonna take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men want to start their own family, all right? You know what I'm saying? So why would we come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm gonna be the 4th? You're gonna look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house, right? Because they're not mine.
Projection. You obviously came into a situation with a woman. It didn't work out for whatever reason. It didn't work out with that woman. You can't take that out on every other woman. Or maybe it happened with your mama. Maybe you saw it growing up. I don't know. But you're projecting hard. You don't even know this woman. That's crazy. And if you don't want to take care of somebody else's kids, nobody is holding a gun to your head and telling you to do so. You do not have to. She's sitting here telling you that. So I don't understand. It's hard to get through that skull. He has a child too. He has the nerve to have a child and say that. Oh, but he's better because he only have one baby mama.
Not a baby daddy or husband. You're not going to be a baby
daddy. You're the head of household. It's a different.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm not their biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, you know, I'm not raising your sons right. Or you can't.
I'm going to dead this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said nigga. I need a man who knows he's going to come into a whole house. He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. I'm not living into society or social media. This show, and I appreciate you guys, because this is real life. You show me the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more, but you know, it is.
If you guys were to get together, hypothetically speaking.
Who?
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically.
Just hypothetically, you and Brian.
You and Brian. If you and Brian were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my children?
Yes.
Let's word that a little.
Well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Brian, you understood what I was saying, correct? Correct. If your kids is acting up, can he whoop your kids?
If they
he whoop
need
his own son?
If they need it. I mean, let's be real.
You just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be
that, but let's be real.
If you're going to whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The afterward.
Exactly. What
You
comes
feel
after
me?
that? Because as a father, nobody's going to whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step-parent of somebody else's kids, I'm going to whoop them.
But you're not
And I
gonna whoop 'em for
understand that
They can't
that's
whoop your
double.
kids, but
No,
it's
because
the discipline.
I'm ready to
Thank
fight
you.
for mine.
Thank
I'm
you.
ready
I
to
got a
fight for
5-year-old.
mine.
My
So
son has never had a whooping.
listen, I'm ready to fight for mine, so I'm going to check you on that. And if Dude wanted to check me on that, he has that right. And that's all I'm saying.
And those are the issues that we deal. And those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like,
Please,
and I want to
thank
express
you.
is that, like,
Yeah, keep him away from the kids. What? What was the point?
Brian, I've been hearing you talk since we've been here all day. Like, your demeanor hasn't changed. So I want to say, like, I don't think that you were aggressive at all. I think that you were being you. And I appreciate that authenticity that you have been bringing. And I still got a couple more jokes in the back of my head for your ass too.
Okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. So Chanel, you were like the queen of facial expressions.
I was.
And everyone was showing you like, I was getting tagged all over Instagram, like, look at this woman, like she's making all the faces. And I feel like most of it was during Brian's segment. So let's take a look at all the faces you were making.
That just qualifies.
He already setting up scenarios to whoop. Why do you need to whoop the kids? Why do you want to whoop the kids so bad? That's what he was too eager to want to whoop the kids for me. Yeah, maybe every now and then kids need a whooping, but some biological parents don't even whoop their kids, right? Like, I would be very leery of letting him whoop kids, because some people be excited to whoop kids because they want to take out whatever aggression they have, and not because they're trying to be constructive or in any way. So yeah, no, you're not allowed to. That's your burning. Exactly. Putting your hands on kids is insane.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman.
But you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're gonna judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And
you
I
and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
So you know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
But you
She said period.
So it's like when the mic was in front of you, you didn't say too much, but like your face was speaking for you.
I didn't even know the camera was on me.
Oh yeah.
You know, because the way you guys are very strategic in the way you set it up, so I thought the cameras was focusing on them. So I was just sitting on the side like, I had no idea they had everything on there. But that's just me in general. But it was a little shocking. Like Brian came out, like some people were saying in the comments, like swinging, like and everybody. I don't have any kids, so and also I was thinking like, I wish he asked me some questions. I'm gonna get him. But it didn't come back to that. It didn't circle back, but.
And then just to go ahead and wrap up Brian's segment, you are writing a book.
Yes.
Or you actually wrote a book already. So is it finished?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Perfect match. Perfect match. 7 Keys to Pop Your Balloon to Find Love. You can find it on Amazon for pre-order, or you can find it on my website at perfectmatchbook.com.
But what is 7 Keys?
Did he find a match? First of all, how you gonna come out with a book before Arlette come out with a book? This her show. Second of all, did you find a match? How you gonna give people advice on how to find a match and you didn't find a match? Wanna be Steve Harvey. Exactly. Like, sir, you still haven't learned from your mistakes of being on the show the first time. How can you offer any sort of insight? You can't even properly reflect and take accountability where you were wrong. Can you imagine reading the audacity? The book is 22. This is a grift. A grift. They should burn the book. I know it's a bunch of nonsense. What's going on? Arlette should sue. If anybody should be writing a book, it should be her.
Keys. What do you mean 7 keys to?
Seven advices, 7 keys, 7 tips, right? 7 motivations, to be able to pop your balloon like you did for me, right? Or find love like you did for Reggie. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
What are 3?
What are the 7 keys?
Got about a book.
Yeah, what are the 7 keys?
No spoiler alert.
Sir, let me tell you
You were on our very first podcast.
If anybody buy that book, but there's an audience for everything, y'all. There's literally an audience for everything. So somebody gonna buy it. But I'm just trying to figure out, where does he have the authority to write the book? You didn't even leave with nobody. Are you even currently in a relationship? Have you, like, you think because you watched every episode, like, he did say advices, 7 advices, and you wrote a book? Braylon gonna buy it, Ninja Turtle, Dr. Elon. Right. Get out of here.
Podcast that me and BM did, and we did talk a little bit about it. So let's take a little glimpse of that.
But you definitely want to pick this up right here. This is going to make a lot of perfect matches. It's going to save people a lot of time, right? And this is definitely something that you want in your book collection. This
They
is for all
laughing
readers.
at you, sir.
So Brian, you said that this book is gonna get people a lot of matches,
Right.
And then some of the comments during that podcast said, "How is Brian writing a book about matches when he didn't even get one?"
Right, and I saw that. Right, and I saw that. But every shot you take, you're not gonna make, right? But at the same time, there's humility in the journey, right? So I wrote the book so you can be able to take a different route or take a different approach than what I did, so you won't get popped, or for you to get chosen, right? So just because I didn't get a match, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a match, right? So my old lady somewhere might be somewhere else.
And
I don't know.
people
She
on
might not be on the show.
stage
She might be
are
watching the show.
encouraging it.
She might be waiting for me to come get her, wherever she might be.
You might be
right?
overseas.
It might be. I might be a passport bro, right? Because our Black American women
he
tripping around here.
gives
I'm gonna keep it real.
big passport bro energy. He gives. I could totally see him going over to one of those little Asian islands over there somewhere. Get him a Vietnamese princess. I could totally see that. That's crazy.
No.
Y'all tripping, you dig? Y'all tripping.
Take accountability.
Don't have us go abroad and find somebody else that's of a different ethnicity.
Go
when you right
do
here.
it.
Please don't do
Go
that.
do it.
I like that nigga, man.
So is
Why do they threaten to do that? Don't threaten me. Go do it. Ain't nobody stopping you. What do you expect us to? No, please. No, stay. Nobody wanted you over here. Nobody in that. Everybody popped their balloon on you. Nobody wanted it. Go over there and get them. That's what I don't get. You sitting up here threatening. Oh, we gonna go over there. We gonna get somebody of another. Get them. We're begging you, please. Go ahead. Don't walk, run. Do you even have a passport while you talking? Okay? You sitting up here threatening. You better have a passport in your pocket. Yeah, go let that be somebody else's problem. We don't want that in our community.
Anybody here picking up Brian's book? Y'all
I'm
picking
gonna
up the
buy
book?
it.
Okay.
Who?
Good.
I just put it on the shelf.
How much is it?
It's $22.99. So it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's $9.99 on Kindle. You can pre-order it.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to write that book, and I do hope that you get lots of sales on it.
Thank you.
Everybody reads in on it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So on episode 20, it ended off with such a bang. Our last girl came out, and she was like, you know what? Y'all can get a piece of me. So let's go ahead and take a look at Dorian's journey.
Spots on your stain in your little dress.
I was in the back drunk, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you feel me?
It's fine. It's a $300 dress.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's a $300 dress. My bad. I got a little makeup on.
And I popped my balloon because you came out a little aggressive. You feel me? I like femininity. I'm not saying you're not feminine, but your demeanor, maybe it's the liquor. You feel me? But
No, I just don't think I would like to be out on a nice dinner date or skydiving with somebody that wears pearls. So I don't like the pants. I'm gonna be honest. I think that since you're light skinned, you should have worn something a little bit more, less olive.
I thought she was gonna say sage.
Okay, so Dorian, let's start off with the first thing that's been going all around the internet, the $300 dress.
Yeah, if you know me, I love cocktail dresses. My favorite place to shop is House of CB, Poly, any UK brand. They're in a frenzy because I said the dress was $300 and they're getting it for $17.99, which is okay. It's nothing wrong with that, but yeah.
So yours was
$300
from House of CB, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it on Instagram. It got like, almost 3 million views now because they were so obsessed with the dress because I look good in it.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful dress. Beautiful dress.
She did look
just a
good
lip
in the
liner,
dress.
pencil
She
drop.
did.
Imagine just dropping a lip liner on your dress like that. Just a
Wow,
dime.
I didn't even see the stain.
Exactly. He was delusional. That part.
Okay. And now there was a part, I think it was when you were talking to the second guy, Ryan, sorry, when you were talking to Ryan, and he started saying a statement about how you had an unwelcoming demeanor, and you said, we all know why. Why? If you want to explain that.
So I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to tiptoe around my words with that because I do have a nice job. But if you look at Ryan's YouTube, you look at his pictures on his Instagram, you look at his exes, Ryan just looks like he brings green bean casserole to the barbecue. And that's exactly what I meant when I said that.
And if y'all know who she talking about, she ain't lying. She is not lying. We know what his type was.
Shout out to Ryan. I seen your YouTube video. I seen what you said about you want to figure out where I'm from and how my parents are. They're great people. They raised me to stand up for myself.
That part. Okay. So now, were you shocked that all the guys were like, yeah, we agree, you came out aggressive?
No, I wasn't shocked.
Okay.
I was raised by men, so I understand what they were saying. I mean, I'm for a certain type of person. I'm for a certain type of man. I feel like their reasons weren't as straightforward as they could have been. Like, I thought it was an open dialogue. I wanted them to get in a little bit more of a detail of why they didn't like me besides me being aggressive and assertive. They really wanted to call me ghetto. Honestly.
Nothing wrong from being from the ghetto.
It's not. It's like I really learned on social media.
I'm from the ghetto.
You feel me? So I really learned. It's crazy how they just the way my cadence, how they just automatic. Oh, she's ghetto. She's ratchet. When you can do both. You can be both. You can be corporate. You can be from the hood. They just didn't know how to handle me, but we don't come from the same place, and I respect them and I respect how they feel. So I don't expect them type of men to understand me. They not my type.
So after you guys watched Dorian's segment,
She
I know
would
that
need
whole line of guys, they were like, yes.
somebody
The last guy was like, yeah, I feel like you're coming off aggressive. Did any of you guys get that impression?
She needs somebody that can handle her. Because she ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. She gonna say what's on her mind, and she ain't gonna try to make you feel better about it. And there's some men out there that's gonna love that. It's some men out there that love that. These men could not handle her. Period.
As well?
No, not at all.
She was coming off aggressive.
She was being real. I think where the ball dropped for her was when she was like, I was in the back drunk.
Thank you.
Like
I
that
don't think she's ghetto either. I definitely wasn't getting ghetto because she's very articulate. The way she speaks is very clear. Like, I don't think it's ghetto at all. I wasn't thinking ghetto whenever she was speaking.
Right there,
I agree.
And took it and ran with it, right?
I gave them. You guys are totally right. I literally had 2 shots. Come on, all my friends we turned. So I be teed a little bit, but I literally wasn't drunk. I was nervous. It was my first time on a big platform, and it was a lot of different men. So I was nervous. That was my best answer at the time. I was not drunk, y'all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Are you drunk now?
No, I'm not drunk. I should have brought a bottle of Don Julio. I had the same amount of drinks today that I had on the show that day, and I'm still just as I am. And they were just scared a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of think they was too. I didn't really think that nothing you said was wrong.
Thank you.
I think you really express yourself well.
Gracias.
I think they just want like. I just think they like a more lesser woman who likes to speak more, less or whatever. You know what I mean? And I know you're not that type. You're very outspoken.
Yeah, I like an open dialogue with my man. Like, I want to joke, I want to laugh, I want to really get if we don't speak and we don't talk and I just got to be soft spoken all the time, then we'll never really get to know each other when we're mad, happy, sad, rich, broke. Like that's childish to me. So they weren't for me and I wasn't for them, and then hopefully I'll find somebody that appreciate that. Mm-hmm.
I thought that shit was hilarious.
Did you want to
Well, I was just going to say, I think it came across aggressive because your voice carries. Like, it sounds like you yelling, but you're not. Like, you calm, but your voice carries. Does that make sense?
You have a strong presence, so
yeah.
It's what it is.
I agree with what he's saying. Strong presence, voice. yelling is crazy. I think they just said that because the way I talk, the way I act, I'm very energetic, I'm outgoing. So I mean that's your opinion, but I don't think I was yelling. I was talking in the same voice.
People say that you're yelling when you disagree with them, and everything the guy said, you disagree with them, and you gave them another reason why you felt differently, and they were gaslighting me for sure.
Okay, well, y'all, that is the end of this reunion.
Hey.
I do thank all of you for giving your input and all of you guys for being transparent.
I'm gonna end it there. I don't know what to say. Like, this could have been an email. There was no need for no reunion. There was no need for a reunion. I guess, I think the best part, the best little reunions is when she catches up with the couples, like after they've been on a few dates, or just to see, did it work out? Did it not? I like those a little bit better. And plus you can get a one-on-one. You don't have other people interjecting. And also for the reunion, I could tell this reunion was meant to be a little bit more explosive and not actually, I don't know. I would have liked to have seen some of the other couples, people that have matched. I understand you already had a conversation with some of them, but give more of an update on some of the people that did go on a date. Maybe talk to some people that maybe dated outside of the show. Maybe they didn't match on the show, but they dated outside of the show. Something like that. This was kind of pointless, especially with the people that she had on there. Like, I could see if they were having a real dialogue, a real conversation, and maybe we could really get something out of it. But it was a lot of hollering and screaming and people not listening to each other, just want to be right. And some people that are projecting their own ideas on the situation, and watched it back and didn't get anything from it. Didn't see where they could possibly be wrong. So, did you see she was on the Tamron Hall daytime show doing this? No. Okay, go ahead, girl. I did not know that. I love it. The show is quickly descending into cloud chase, and I don't like that for me too. But, that's going to come with it. This show gets like 1 million views per episode, at least, 1 million plus views. So it's going to bring the cloud chasers. I would have loved for her to address the guy that came on and, he was dressed like a newscaster with the wig on and a fake voice. I would have liked for that to be addressed, for him to show up and answer for that. I would have liked to, like, is this a joke? Is this a game? Her dress was $269. Okay. She looked good in it. That's all that matters. I really don't care how much people pay for their clothes, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people place a lot of emphasis on stuff like that. The guy that was talking bad about her dress, he was trying to be ugly. He was trying to, stunt on her or whatever, because she posted the stain that she had on her dress, and it was like literally literally the tip of my nail. It really was not big at all. So he was just looking for something. I don't think they invite the ones that are clearly there for exposure. There needs to be just as much milk manner figures as confrontation. Yeah, more mild manner. Yeah. They should have invited some people there that have more people that have sense. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm not saying you're saying how much it costs, but I like when she kept talking about how much it costs. Like, you look cute in a dress, regardless of whether the dress was $17 or $200, $300. You look good in it, and nobody even should have been going in on your dress. Like, the girl who changed her shoes multiple times with the lashes, I want to see her. Oh, well, she said they're out there somewhere for $17. You can get you one. Or the cowboy entertainment. Yes, how come they didn't bring him on? We needed Rhino. I low key, I ain't gonna lie. When I get off here, I'm probably gonna look up his YouTube channel because I want to see what he said. I want to see what he said about her. We want to see people genuinely, and that's where people always lose when it comes to these kind of shows. Like, they always get off on the gimmicks of bringing controversial people on. And yeah, like, if it's authentic, I don't mind, like, the controversial people coming on. But we also want to see people actually finding matches. Like, even though I'm skeptical of their engagement, it's cool to see somebody that met on the show get proposed to and possibly get married. Like, we would like to see some fruit of the labor of the show. Why they didn't invite no one from the twins episode, right? He's too scared to say that to her face. I say that not really knowing who he is though. Yeah, he was trying to imply something about her, but she clocked his tea real quick. And like you said, I doubt he would say it to her face. Did she even get into the couple at the top who were still dating? I don't know. Do it on live. I want to see it too. See, the only thing with that is he might copyright strike me. I don't know. I know Arlette doesn't mind people reacting to it. She said it herself. She doesn't mind that YouTubers react to her content. So that's the only reason why I feel comfortable reacting to her stuff. Even though, under fair use, I could react to another YouTuber stuff as long as I pause and, talk and stuff. But, some YouTubers, especially if you're saying something that they don't agree with, they'll copyright strike you in a minute. Does he even like black women, black people? Oh, can you edit it out after the live? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I've been on here for much longer than I thought I would. Actually, it's not that bad. Hour 35. I thought it would be longer than that. But I'm getting a little sleepy. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. I might do a girl talk live tomorrow, so have your post notifications turned on just in case. I think I might go live tomorrow. So yeah. Shout out to everybody in here. I really enjoyed the live as usual. Y'all are hilarious. And I will see you in my next one.